Welcome to Leslie's Lovin' Oven. I'm Leslie, and today I'm sharing my recipe for a holiday bread pudding. We're going to be using this extra Christmas panettone I had, in addition to some of the baking ingredients we use during the holiday season to transform them into a delicious bread pudding that will make a sweet ending to any dinner party you may have. Let's review the ingredients you'll need to make this recipe. First, you'll need 6 to 7 cups cubed panettone. For liquid, 1 1/4 cup milk. Today I'm using almond milk. We're also going to use 5 eggs, a half a cup of sliced almonds, a third of a cup of dried cranberries, a pinch of salt, some cinnamon, nutmeg, and a little bit of cloves, some almond extract and vanilla extract, and then we're going to add about 1 to 1 1/2 diced pear. So what I've done is sliced the bread going down, and now I'm going to cube it and finish putting it into the bowl. So I cut the bread. It's a wonderful, sweet, delicious, buttery bread that has candied fruits and raisins. So then I just cut it into sort of 1-inch cubes. There we go, until I have about 6 to 7 cups of the bread in the bowl. Then we're going to add the dry sliced almonds and cranberries next. And there's the last slice. Just perfect cubes. And now I'm going to add the sliced almonds and the dried cranberries. And then next we'll mix our wet ingredients. So I have 5 large eggs here, and I'm just going to whisk them up and then add in the almond milk. So again, we're adding 1 1/4 cup. Okay, and just whisk that in, and then that's going to soak into our bread. And to that, we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. There we go. And then I'm also going to add a teaspoon of almond extract, which is also going to give it a wonderful aroma as it bakes. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to whisk that, and then we'll let that combine before we pour it over our bread mixture. So now let's add our spices. I have half of a teaspoon of cinnamon, a fourth of a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, a pinch of cloves, and we're going to add a pinch of salt. Okay, and to that, our secret ingredient, some extra love. Sprinkle it in generously. There we go. Okay, and we're going to whisk that up and pour that over our egg mixture. There we go. Okay, just give it a good whisk. Okay. And now I'm going to pour this over the bread mixture so it can soak for about 10 minutes. Oh, it smells wonderful. And what I love about the panettone is it's a rich, buttery, delicious bread that has some candied fruits and raisins in it, so it's the perfect bread for this bread pudding. Okay, so we're going to let that soak, and while that's soaking in, I'm going to cut up and dice up the pears, and then we'll fold it all in gently. And to that soaking mixture, we're going to add 1 1/2 diced pear. Just pour that in, and then I'm going to fold all of this gently a few times, and while that finishes soaking, we're going to get our pan ready. I like to use a bundt pan when I make this. I think it's easy to put together, and it's a delicious way to serve it later on a nice platter. Okay, so that looks about right. You can see it's coating all of the cubes of bread as well as the fruit, and it smells amazing. So you can see that it's coating all of our cubes of bread as well as the fruit. So while that's finishing, we're going to get our bundt pan ready. So with the oven preheating at 350, I'm going to take a little bit of melted butter here. I have 2 tablespoons of butter that's been melted and a little pastry brush, and I'm brushing the inside of the bundt pan. Okay, so just getting it all the way up high to the sides just to cover all of it. And then we'll put the mixture inside and it will bake for 35 to 40 minutes. And then you will have a delicious bread pudding. And I have a big spoon here and I'm just gonna put it right inside. You can really see it's soaked up. Okay. Getting all the way to the bottom. And then I like to add a little bit of the extra butter right on top. I know the bread is already buttery, but it gives it an extra rich taste. So we've just about got all of the bread into the pan. You can see the different fruits that are speckling this gorgeous mixture, and it smells amazing with that almond extract. Okay, and this is going to bake in our preheated 350 degree oven for 35 to 40 minutes. And you'll notice that when it's done, it has a little bit of a golden brown color on top. Now with the extra butter, I just like to drizzle it right over the top. There we go. Okay, so it's heading into the oven. Here it is. After 40 minutes, our bread pudding came out of the oven. I let it cool for 10 minutes and then inverted it onto this beautiful cake stand and dusted it with a little bit of powdered sugar. And I sliced a piece, and you can see the beautiful coloring from the golden brown top with the speckles of the pears and the cranberries and the little bit of sliced almond coming through. So I'm going to give it a taste and see what I think. It's creamy. I love the burst of the pear, the coarse texture of the pear against the cranberry. It's just a wonderful way, again, to use up some of your holiday baking ingredients. And the holidays may be over, but it doesn't have to taste like it. So for this recipe and the directions, please visit us at lesliesloveandoven.wordpress.com. I hope you enjoy this as much as my family does. And until next time, bon appetit.